laughs everywhere. Sometimes he is cheeky, but he is always fair. He lives in Australia, always toughs around. Can you hear him coming? Listen for the sound. Percy, Percy, the greatest engine in the world. Percy, Percy, he's friends with all the boys and girls. When he takes all the mail, he is not slow. Turns his little wheels to where he wants to go. Percy's toughing up along the steep bend. He is always happy, he's everybody's friend, and every pony's friend. Percy, Percy, the greatest engine in the world. Percy, Percy, he's friends with all the boys and girls. He's the greatest engine in the world.
One morning, Percy, Casey Jr. and Tilly were talking in the shed.
"It's your driver's birthday,"
said Tilly. Rosie wasn't quite sure what her birthday was, but noticed a cheeky glint in Tilly's eyes and wondered if she was planning some kind of joke.
"What's a birthday?"
she asked.
"You must have heard of birthdays before,"
said Tilly. Rosie felt rather small. "Come on, girlfriend, let me handle this." "It's the day when you get a year older," said Casey Jr. helpfully. "And you sometimes have a party with a cake." Rosie liked the idea of a party. She wondered if her driver would be having one. At that moment they heard footsteps come to the door. The fireman walked in. "Morning, engines," he said. "You look wide awake."
"I've just been told that it's my driver's birthday,"
said Rosie.
"Do you know if he's having one?"
I think. "Well, I know that his wife's baking him a cake, but I haven't heard any plans for a party." "Why don't we give him one in the Ida Bay Railway?" said Casey Jr.
"Yes,"
said Tilly.
"then we can all see the cake."
The fireman thought this is a very good idea. So he went to tell the station master. He was delighted when he told him about the party. He said they never had it for a long time since the Ida Bay Railway was made. The engines were excited as they went to work. They just couldn't wait. However, Rosie's face fell when she met the fat controller who told her, "I want you to help me Georgie Wooden Tanner today," he said. "You're to take some green waste to the tip." Rosie tried not to look too upset when she left. She knew deep down that the Fat Controller had some job for her to do. But how was she going to prepare for the party, which was only 2 days away? Never mind, I've got to do it, she told herself. Rose had never been to Tala before. She saw that there were many trucks of green waste. They were for a tipyard somewhere here. She knew this was important, but her mind was on the party for driver. Oh well, she thought. At least I might get back when this is finished. I'll take the grey one. Not today, however. When the Fat Controller came to see Rosie, he told her she would be needed again. So she had to sleep in Casey Jr.'s shed. Rosie rested in the shed that night, but she was asleep, crying. She was wondering about her driver's birthday. Her driver came to see her when he heard her crying. He had something to tell her when he went to bed. I've been driving you for years, Rosie, and my birthday is the day I retire, and due to my last day, I'll have to retire driving you because I've carried your working parts for years and, well, my reactions are starting to go slow as I grow, so your trade given. Rosie was shocked. Who to? I can't tell you. It's a bit painful for me that you have someone else. And he left, leaving Rosie into thoughts. The next day, she had a talk with wee Georgie Wood. What's the matter, Rosie? My driver's retiring, being my driver, wee Georgie. But I don't know who would take his place. I fear my retirement would be to a museum. Don't be silly, lass. He'd never do anything like that. I was told from him that he's been in Australia for years. He only wants to get home to America, and I'm sure putting you in a cold, damp siding is the last thing in his mind. I hope so, said Rosie. At last, the party for Rosie's driver came. Casey Jr. and Tilly had everything ready and were waiting. They were told about his retirement and heading back to America. Perhaps I might give us some cheering up, said Tilly. I've met a person who is retired, being your fireman, Casey. Yeah. I was told from him he likes to drive Rosie. That's what you can give her, said Casey. Percy came back. To her surprise, she saw that her new driver was Tom, who used to be Casey's fireman. "What's this?" she exclaimed. Her driver was puzzled. "I thought you knew."
"No, you didn't. You haven't told me about Tom, who used to be Casey Jr.'s fireman, not about putting me in a museum or putting me in a siding."
"I'd never do that, old girl. What I didn't tell you is that I asked Tom to take my place so you can still live on for the years to come, because Huonville is where you live." Rosie made a grin that was never shown during a days in Tanner.
"Thank you, sir. I thought I'd be a goner."
After the party finished, Tom was now driving Rosie. The little pink engine was glad to live on, but she still remembers the days when her first driver had driven her for years, and ever since a photo she got given to her so she could remember him that helped her out of America, she never had missed sickness, not once.
Percy! 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 The greatest engine in the world! Percy! Percy! He's friends with all the boys and girls. Percy is a saddle tank, he chuffs everywhere. Sometimes he is cheeky, but he's always fair. He lives in Australia, always chuffs around. Can you hear him coming? Listen for the sound. Percy, Percy, the greatest engine in the world. Percy, Percy, he's friends with all the boys and girls. When he takes all the mail, he is not slow. Turns his little wheels to where he wants to go. Percy's chuffing up along a steep bend. He is always happy, he's everybody's friend, and every partner's friend. Percy, Percy, the greatest engine in the world. Percy, Percy, he's friends with all the boys and girls. He's the greatest engine in the world.